Welcome to the Directors Club podcast, your go-to resource for child care center owners and directors seeking success at their centers. Each week, we dive into the world of child care management, sharing valuable tips, tools, resources, and strategies to help you build enrollment, retain top teachers, and streamline your operations. With a casual and lighthearted approach, we tackle the challenges you face from staffing and enrollment to business skills and time management. Join us as we unlock the secrets to creating a thriving child care center. Let's laugh, learn, and grow together. This is the Directors Club podcast. Welcome to the Directors Club podcast, the podcast that helps you learn the business skills you need as a child care center director to build enrollment, retain your best teachers, and get your center operating just how you want it. I'm Noelle Dentino. I'm a fellow child care center owner and active director with my sister Sarah. We operate a successful child care center in Massachusetts. By merging my background in business with Sarah's background in early education, we found the perfect recipe for a successful center. The Directors Club podcast will provide you with simple business tips to help you get things done at your child care center. Episode number 11, Getting Different with Marketing. Hey there, it's Noelle from the Directors Club. I am excited today to share with you one of my loves, reading. Absolutely love reading. I have a massive collection of business books and some pleasure, but for pleasure for me, I love reading business books. I'm so cool. And if you could see the shelves I have some in my office and some at home. My living room. I recently picked up Get Different by Michael Michalowicz, and he is the author of Profit First. If you've read that one is all about finances. It's a great book if you haven't read it, about taking the profit out first and building the budget around the rest of the money. And then also The Pumpkin Plan, which is like an administrative book about leading your business. Both great books. The one today that I'm going to be just talking about how I'm going to apply a couple of the thought process is Get Different, marketing that can't be ignored. I'm going to share with you that I think marketing is important. I think everyone should be marketing, but the true gold mine in marketing is referrals, and you're going to get them when your center is operating exactly how you want it and consistently. And you provide that consistent service to your families, they're going to be talking about you nonstop with all their friends and relatives, and it's just your business is going to boom that way. So definitely make sure that your administrative ducks are in a row at your center and how it operates. And then marketing, we're going to get into this today. Marketing is also so important, and I also believe in learning a variety of new strategies in marketing is always helpful. And that's why I'm reading the book. And so Getting Different is about marketing differently than what is expected in your market. What do you expect to see a child care center marketing? Where are they marketing? You have a now enrolling sign up. Maybe you have a now enrolling ad in a local paper or radio station. Maybe you are posting about it on your Facebook page or your Instagram that you're enrolling at your center. We're going to be seeing probably maybe some Facebook ads that you're enrolling at your child care center. You could have a table in an event. You could be an insert somewhere. Typical places that you're going to see. And what's funny about that is, in my opinion, and I wrote a blog about it in 2014 when I first started the Directors Club, I always say take the now enrolling sign down. That's the first way to build enrollment, because just put yourself in a new mom's shoes, or any young mom with kids are in our age group, and all they see from you is that you're enrolling. Like, I'd be like, why can't you get kids? Like, that's what I think when I see now enrolling. I told you a few minutes ago that the key to referrals is keeping your center full with a wait list is great operations, like really executing the day-to-day consistently across the board. Hard to do, I totally get it, but there are systems that you can put in place to get yourselves there. And those are the things like I like to share on my podcast and on my weekly email that I send out. Someone wrote me back recently and was like, when I sent a link to the blog out on my weekly thing, and she wrote hogwash. Like, that's the only way to get it. To get enrollment is by telling the families. Michael lays out this different approach actually based on, he calls it the DAD marketing framework, and it's on page 33 of the book. And I'm just going to read you what it stands for. So the DAD framework is DAD. So number 1 is D, differentiate. Do different to get noticed. We've learned why different works, like because they're not going to expect that you're selling to them if you show up someplace different than someone else would show up. The first step in the framework is to identify a marketing approach that stands out in a sea of sameness. What will make your prospects' caveman mind stop and pay attention? How can you engage them during the first milliseconds that they see whatever you're doing? So that's differentiate, D, first one. A, number attract, in a way that attracts your ideal prospects. So next we have to ensure that the approach will appeal to them. So whatever we're saying in this marketing, how will you establish your marketing as an opportunity they will consider instead of a threat they will avoid? Like, I don't want to deal with enrollment crap now, right? Or how are you going to approach it different? The third and final is direct. So DAD, direct, and direct them to act. So find your strategy must compel your ideal prospects to, take a specific action you desire. Maybe that's giving you their email. Maybe that's calling you. Maybe that's contacting you. Maybe that's messaging you. And will their compliance with your directive help you achieve your marketing goals? Probably, right? So, to sum up the DAD, you do different to get noticed in a way that attracts your ideal prospects and directs them to act. So we have to find a place to be different. So we have to get their attention with something that they truly want, and then direct them to give them like our email or something like that. All right, now I want to jump over to chapter 5 before we start practicing how do you apply this to childcare. So chapter 5 is attract for engagement. So he discusses first, showing up different. So like, where can we show up that others aren't going to show up? And then how do you attract them? How do you want them to be attracted to you? So the book guides us through the attraction influencers. Some suggestions are like authority. Do you want them to be attracted to you because you're an authority in early education, or a relief that they found a center like yours, or belonging, or purpose, or trusted source, right? So he says to pick at least 3. So I'm extra, so I have to pick 5. I couldn't pick other than that. So my 5 attractors are: I want to be known as a leader in early education in my community. I want to be known for a healthy environment, mentally and physically. I want to be known for the connections that we make. I want to be known for being intentional with our day, with our students, for social and academic. And 5, I want to be known for academics. So when, you think of me, those are the 5 things I want you to think about. So how do we apply that general teaching of this book to our industry? So first, we know we have to be different. So in the beginning, I just spoke to you about where do you typically find out someone's enrolling children at their center, right? Take down the now enrolling sign and don't post about it. Don't say you're enrolling. That's what everyone else is doing right now. When I see a Facebook advertisement in my news feed and it says now enrolling ages 6 to this, and it's a link to the website, Yep, I know you want to enroll, but that's for you. What am I going to get out of it? What's so great about your center? That's the missing piece, and I think we need to focus on that. So that's where I think we're going to be different. I'm focusing on social media because that's where all of my potential clients hang out, and yours, as we all know. They're on Facebook all the time and Instagram. My posts need to be focused on my attractors. How can I show the families that my center is a leader in early education? In my posts, in my words, I'm going to be saying stuff like, we've been doing this for 17 years. We've won local awards in our community. I can talk about our successful graduates that we've had leave the center, in the center, like wherever. The next goal I had was healthy. I can mention mental and physical things. I can do posts about cleaning and PPE. We did this post of the kids washing their hands and saying we were washing hands before it became cool. Showing the families that what you're doing, right? Connections. I want to show social connections with the students, being friends with one another. I want to show that connection with teachers and students in picture throughout, my posts. I want to show that we're intentional with our curriculum. I want to talk about why we're doing certain things so that people can see, what we do. Last is academics. I want to showcase like all the areas of the academics: dramatic play, engineering, art, writing, math. I'm going to show up different. On Facebook, I'm going to do an ad with, I'm going to post like this every day, and then I'm going to use some of them for an ad. Michael has said that you can successfully market and convert potential parents by showing up different and unexpected if we're focusing on our attractors. Your take action item from this podcast today should be to go write your short list of 3 to 5 attractors. Like, what do you want to be known for in your child care center? The second thing you're going to do is you're going to go sit and write in a Word document 10 Facebook posts that showcase those attractors. Like, what could you write about your attractor? Which then in step 3, you're going to go take the photos. So go find some photos that you can take that shows, a teacher and a student working together, 2 kids working together. You take pictures and go use Facebook, and you can schedule the posts out, all 10 of them. And then all you do is put this on repeat. Right? Repeat steps 2 through 5. Write out some Facebook posts, take the photos, schedule the post using Facebook Scheduler, and repeat. You can also keep some of the wording from some of the posts that you've written and just change up the photo. No one's going to go back and say, oh, didn't you write those exact words 14 days ago? They're not going to do that. Go to my Facebook page with Scribble Time, a Center for Early Learning, and see I have one about math, given some activity ideas. We're talking a lot about engineering, different learning activities, and social on mine. And if you'll notice, right now on mine, I have a little bit more heavier on the preschool pre-K, because in that age group I have some openings, or I did have some openings, and they are actually getting full. I was so excited to see some contracts coming in for those spots. So that's what you do with these posts that you have created. That's how I would apply Get Different. Stand out in the market. Can you imagine seeing all the other Facebook posts and sponsored ads that are all now enrolling, and then you do one about socialization and one about health and one about math? If you did 3 different sponsored ads focusing on a couple different areas, and you spend $5 a day, maybe a little bit more if you have it in your budget for a week, and get that going, people are going to be more attracted to that. They're going to see that post, right? And they're going to say, oh, like, look at that. Like, look at that kid's doing. I want my kid to do that. Or I want my kid to feel that. Or, like, they'll see the engagement that you have with your families. And that will help them connect to you more. On the Facebook ad, you put, how do you want them to contact you? I want to get more messages. So maybe you're messaging them about enrollment on your page. So that's a great way to increase the chances of these Facebook posts, is by putting an ad behind these posts that we have set up, that we increase the chances of someone contacting us about enrollment when we do a Facebook ad, right? Because you're not just putting it out there to whoever's following you. You're now trying to build authority and build people connecting with you in the community. So I want to thank you for listening to this. I hope that you learned something. The book, again, is Get Different by Mike. Awesome book. It's a great book. If you have a second, would you rate my podcast and let me know how you think we're doing? Leave a comment with any ideas you have on topics you want me to talk about. Connect with me over at thedirectorsclub.net. There's more resources over there and ways for us to connect. And I want you to know I'm cheering you on this week, and I can't wait to talk to you again. Thanks for listening. Are you struggling to find qualified teachers for your child care center? Or do you worry that current teachers might leave you? This message is for you then. As a fellow child care center director, I know the stresses. Everyone's working longer hours, you're in the classroom more than the office, and COVID has changed a few things. And we all know we need to find help, and we just can't do it. My name's Noelle Dentino, and I have the retention recipe that you need. My digital course teaches best hiring and retention practices that anyone can implement. Learn to create the perfect job ad, market it, properly interview candidates, onboard them with success, and best of all, keep them on your team for years to come. My center in Massachusetts is proof. 75% of my team have been together for more than 9 years. Employee survey results have never been higher. And other directors in my area contact me to see if I have any candidates that I can't hire. The retention recipe works. Stop stressing and find your next great teacher. Go to theretentionrecipe.com and you can put your job ad up now. Mention coupon code PODCAST100 and get $100 off the digital course. I can't wait to help you hire your next great teacher. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Directors Club. We hope you found tips, tools, and strategies valuable for your child care center. To access even more resources and take your center to new heights, visit our website at thedirectorsclub.net. There you'll find a wealth of exclusive content, training programs, and support tailored specifically to child care center owners and directors. Don't miss out on this opportunity to unlock your center's full potential. Remember, success starts here at the Directors Club.